Hello, today we are going to be painting a simple winter scene and I'm going to take you through this step by step. So before we get started, I'm just going to go through the materials that I've got. I've got a stretched canvas, which is size 30 centimetres by 40 centimetres. I've got a 1-inch flat brush, a 1/2-inch flat brush, a fan brush, a medium brush, which is a bit rounded, some cardboard that was wrapped around the canvas that I'm going to use for my palette, a paper napkin for cleaning my brush. I've got some white paint, some light blue cerulean blue paint, sap green, studio yellow, permanent rose, and black. I've also got a pot of water for washing my brush. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I'm going to take the 1-inch flat brush and I'm going to get some of this yellow and quite a lot of white. I'll also get my pink and my blue. So these colours are going to be used for the background. First of all, we're going to get quite a lot of the white and a little bit of the yellow onto our brush, and we're going to do left to right or right to left, back and forwards, right in the middle there. We're going to do about 1 inch or 2 just right in the middle. Going to get some more. I'm going to grab a bit more white because this is going to be the lightest part of our painting, so I'm just going to make this quite light but still so that you can see it on the camera. Okay, that's quite smooth now, so I'm now going to do the same, but this time I'm going to grab a little bit of the pink and I'm going to do a bit above and a bit below. So again, I'm going to get a bit of the white and a bit of the pink. And then I'm going to get the white again and just blend this a little bit together. And again at the top. So I'm getting quite a lot of the white to just blend these two together. That's looking quite nice. I'm pleased with that. So now I'm going to get some of the white, and I'm just going to do a little bit more pink up here. This is starting to look quite nice for a winter scene. Don't worry about the edges, we're going to go back and do the edges later. We're going to do the edges in black, so don't need to worry about that. Each time you want to just blend, you just need to grab the white. Okay, I'm going to do a bit more pink down here. Just so that it's quite symmetrical. Grab a bit more of the white. Just blend this bit a bit more. Oops. And finally we're going to grab some white and a little bit of the blue. You don't have to use the blue, you can just stick with all pink if you want to, or pink and yellow. There's really no right or wrong way, but we want to use quite a lot of the white. To make it look icy. And I'm just going to blend that in. Okay. So I am happy with that. So I'm now going to do the same for the top. Although I'm going to continue with the pink up the top, I think. Have a nice pink sky. Might put a little bit of the blue in to make it a bit purpley. And then use the white to blend. It's already starting to look quite effective, so we'll just get a bit more of the blue in there, just to finish off the sky. Okay. Right, so I am pleased with that. And so now I'm going to just rinse my brush in there. And then just leave it on top of the paper towel. Okay, I'm now going to pause this video while I just dry it. Okay, so now that it's dried, we're going to start with the foreground now. And what I've decided to do is, because I've still got quite a lot of paint on here, rather than waste it, I'm going to make my own green. So I'm just going to add the yellow to the blue to make a nice green, because this is going to be under, this is just marking out the foreground in a way, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I've mixed that together. So now we're going to get started on our foreground. I've decided that this is going to be the horizon here, and that we're going to have some land here, so I'm just going to mark that in, and I'm just going to do a kind of curved line up and around here. Okay, so that was very simple, just marked out our area. Now I'm going to fill this in using up most of the yellow and the blue. It doesn't need to be perfect because this is going to have some snow on it anyway. It's just to give us an idea of where the land is, what we want the picture to look like. If you didn't want it to be snowy, you could just work in the details of the grass. Okay, so that's that done, and I think I'm also going to want to have I think I'll do a tree, so I'm just going to sort of make a brownish colour. Brownish grey. I'm just going to do, I think I'll do a tree here. So I'm just going to start and just do a line. Down here. So that's where my tree's going to be. And I think I also might have a horizon line as well. Bit of land coming across there. And same this side. There we go, so that's the horizon line. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly wash my brush, and I'll pause the video again while I dry it. Okay, so now that that's dry, we're now going to start with the snow. So for this, we're just going to use some white. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use my fan brush with a bit of the white, and we're going to start making the tree. Okay, so for this bit, we're just going to start at the top and work our way down. I might even do a bit of the green as well. We're just going to work up. I love this technique for trees. I think it's really effective. Just using a fan brush to keep going down, and I'm just gently pressing, barely any touching at all. And once we get down to the bottom, make it a bit darker. There we go. Then I'll get a bit of the white and just get some snow on top. Just to give it a bit of a wintry feel. And I'm not going all the way over it, just giving little bits some snow. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a small round brush and use the white, and this time we're just going to dab over the top. To make it look like snow. We're going to do that all the way along this bottom bit. So you'll still see the grass poking through, but most of this is going to be covered in snow, creating a nice wintry scene. I'd love for you to show me any of your finished winter scene pictures in the comments. We've not had any snow here yet. much to our disappointment, but hopefully we might get some in the coming weeks. So I'm just going to keep going all the way along. Just building up the snow all the way along. This looks like people have been going to have a look at the lake, maybe feed some swans. And it looks like the snow is starting to melt. So nice and simple. You can obviously take as long as you need to do this. There's no rush. I just didn't want a really, really long video for you all to watch. And you can add as many details. You can change things. If you wanted lots of trees or some trees in the background, then you could add those. You can add some birds. This is really just to give you a nice simple winter painting that you can then add to yourself and make your own. You could also add a bench and people sat on there looking out, or maybe a boat. Just see where your imagination takes you. That's what I love about art, is I've not used a reference picture for this. This is just straight out of my imagination. Okay. There. Right. Okay, so there we go. That's a nice simple winter scene, and I'd love to see how you do. In the comments, do send in photos. You can tag me on Instagram or Facebook at yours faithfully Kirk, and you can follow me on there and see all of my other tutorials as well. Okay, so take care, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.